Military technology is the basic foundation on which many countries build. In order to keep an edge against other countries, nations are constantly developing and investing into next-generation military gear. One weapon, however, is so powerful that possessing it will definitely undermine most foreign interventions or military actions before they even start. There are currently around 8 to 9 countries, of which we know that they have nuclear weapons in their inventory. What if these countries were drawn into war against each other? How likely is it that they will actually make use of nuclear weapons? Grab a popcorn and your favorite soft drink for this World War scenario, because here's what would happen if we had a nuclear war. Hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoy the content, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our amazing scenarios. Russia, USA, United Kingdom, France, China, India, and Pakistan are known to have nuclear weapons in their inventory. Israel does also have nuclear weapons, but refrains from any comments on their program. North Korea and Iran are thought to work on it, although it is unclear how successful they are. If a country has nuclear weapons, other countries will have a hard time attacking it, since an atomic bomb, for instance, even if it's only one, can contaminate a whole city and destroy it to a point that rebuilding or even living in it right afterwards is near impossible. In Nagasaki and Hiroshima, after the nuclear attack in 1945, babies were born with severe disabilities, and farmlands were so contaminated that food had to be transported from other parts of Japan to the cities. Back in history, there were several occasions that could have led to a full-scale war between countries that had nuclear weapons. India and Pakistan, as well as the USA and USSR, were one of the most prominent examples. They may have issues between each other. However, both sides know that making use of an atomic bomb would subsequently lead to a counterstrike with the same weapon. If all the countries with nuclear weapons would go to war with each other, and other countries that don't have nuclear weapons, the following things would happen. First, all the major cities and military bases would come under attack, since these are the locations that hurt a nation the most. It will cripple the economy and livelihoods of thousands of people, ultimately putting a great amount of pressure on the government of that country, and by bombing military bases, they can make sure that this can't be used for any future counterattacks. 2. Our waters and farmlands will be radioactively contaminated so much that they will either have to wait for the government support to get basic needs, such as food and water, or travel into zones where there is relative safety from war. And these places are probably so rare that it will be either overcrowded or even difficult to get in. Think about it. When food and water become scarce, only the fittest will have access to it and defend it, so that there's enough for their own people, may it be family and friends, and then share the rest with others. Also, since infrastructure and houses are destroyed, people won't have access to hospitals, medicine, and hygienic products, which will ultimately lead to devastation, deprivation, and a total stop of life as we know it. In the end, it doesn't really matter who started the war, because every country involved in it will be so destroyed that rebuilding it could take decades. People will have to migrate in large scale to safe zones and plant their own food and live a very basic life. Not that it's bad, but it's definitely not what they had in mind when they were thinking about the future. Countries are very well aware of this and would never get into a situation where they either provoke or attack a country with nuclear weapons. In the end, both sides would have severe casualties. There have been attempts in the past for denuclearization, such as between USA and Russia. Ultimately, only time will tell if we can come to an arrangement with one another for the good of all mankind. Let's hope for a world free of such misery-causing bombs. Thanks for watching What If We Have a Nuclear War? Make sure to check our channel for more amazing videos and subscribe if you enjoy the content. With that being said, peace. Over and out.